You probably heard it all at this point. The guitar is super hard, and the guitar is super easy. Well, finally, you'll have 15 good reasons why the guitar is an easy instrument. 1. Guitar is the least nerdy instrument. This may sound tongue-in-cheek, but guitar is one of those unfair instruments where you're extremely unlikely to be made fun of, except by the band teacher, perhaps because the guitarist doesn't know how to read music. Trumpet players get made fun of by their nerdiness and their spit vowels. Flute players get called sisses. French horn players have a reputation all their one, but one that definitely has departed into the nerdy category. If you walk around lugging a tuba case, you might get a few stereotypical reactions. But if you walk around with a guitar case or one strapped to your back, nobody will give you any trouble. In fact, you might even get "that's one cool person" right there. 2. Extremely low TTS. Guitar has another fantastic advantage in that the guitar can sound good the first day you play it if you learn to fret the notes correctly. Fretting the notes correctly and consistently takes a lot of practice, but it's not like wind instruments or the violin where the technique required to play a note that sounds any good is so difficult. You will be able to play a couple dozen songs using simple chord progressions in just a few months of playing the guitar. See my post here on what else you'll know about the guitar in 3 months. 3. No micro-coordination necessary. The guitar takes massive coordination, but one thing that makes it much easier than other instruments is that it doesn't take as much micro-coordination. An embouchure is simply a word to describe the mouth and lips of a player playing a wind instrument. The embouchure needs special coordination, and wind instrumentalists spend hours of practice trying to improve that coordination. The trumpet embouchure, for example, requires buzzing the lips over 1,000 times per second for the higher notes. From personal experience, I can tell you that being able to do this in such a way to create a good sound is incredibly difficult and takes months of constant daily conditioning. The saxophone also needs incredible coordination, as their embouchure has to adjust the reed's vibration as it bounces on their tongue extremely rapidly. What's difficult is to control the reed and to sound good without those horrible squeaks, and then finally to form the sound exactly as a saxophonist wants, especially when combined with advanced techniques. This ability to play your instrument is called chops. The guitar does need serious chops, but the coordination is not quite as fine and subtle as the requirements of a wind instrument embouchure. For so many learning resources, the guitar is insanely popular in comparison to other instruments. One side effect of this popularity is that you will never have any trouble finding a learning resource. For example, if you go to Udemy and search for didgeridoo, you will only find one person that has created courses for the didgeridoo. If you're learning the guitar and you don't like your teacher, your book, your YouTube channel, or your course, you can always switch. If you're learning the bassoon, you might not have that luxury. 5. What you see is what you get. Even further down, a player of a wind instrument has to coordinate their diaphragm, and is in fact one of the most important things to figure out. Not only do you use your diaphragms for accents, but the diaphragm is also essential for breath support and for controlling your wind speed. Furthermore, a bad sound on a guitar is purely mechanical, meaning it's just a matter of where you're pushing down on a fret in the right place and if you can make fast enough transitions. 6. Visual note layout. Guitarists have a huge advantage that they share with piano players in that the notes are visually laid out on their instrument with extremely well-defined markers. The strings of the guitar have specific notes they are tuned to, and they are stretched across 15+ frets. A fret is a vertical bar that the guitar string can be pushed against to make a different pitch. These frets are laid out in such a way to change the pitch to correspond with our music system. 7. Easy setup. If you play the acoustic or classical guitar, you can just carry your guitar on stage or to your friend's house or wherever and you're ready to go. Perhaps you use a footstool, but that's it. If you play the electric guitar, you have to bring your pedals, your amplifier, your cables, and your pedals. So for an electric guitarist, there's some setup and lugging around stuff that is required. Drummers have to get their drum line in the same way they practice, since their muscles get used to their hi-hat being at the exact right height and location. Drums are so bulky that they need to be torn down to a huge extent, and so putting all of that together can take half an hour. 8. Simple to tune. So the guitar is actually more difficult to tune than many instruments, but it is much easier than certain instruments. The piano, for instance, requires someone to open up the floorboard and change the tension for all 88 strings. The process of tuning a piano is very time-consuming. Then let's talk about the marimba. To be honest, I didn't know marimbas ever needed to be tuned. I thought that when they made the thing that it always stays in tune. 9. Guitars are so dang portable. Remember that poor tuba player we left behind earlier in this post? Well, they are still walking carrying that 26 lb plus instrument, not far from where you left them. Guitars are so portable. You can take them on planes, you can slide them under beds, you can suspend them from around your neck and shoulder with a strap and play standing up, sitting down, or even laying in bed. Drummers, piano players, baritone saxophonists, tuba players, bassunists, and 100 other instruments don't have the ability to move around their instrument that a guitar has. 10. Transposing is dead easy. What if the singer you are accompanying can't sing in the range of your guitar? Well, for any other instrument this would take a mental translation where every note has to be converted to another. Beginner musicians feel this especially. Having to play with more sharps or flats is tricky and takes so much practice to do seamlessly. A capo is a device that clips onto the guitar frets and effectively raises the range of the instrument, so raising the key a couple notes is as simple as attaching the capo and playing normally. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Keep watching and stay with us subscribing to this channel. Have a great day.